everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schweim and my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, in with me today, and also producing and co-hosting Alex Berardis. It's a Sunday morning, and it's a rainy Sunday morning, but we got my agent at the beach in here. How you doing, Mark Grimes?
What's up, Billy? How you doing?
You're looking good, brother. By the way, I love your Phillies gear today, man.
Thank you.
We're going to get you up and running. We got you on the StreamYard. If anybody wants to look at Mark Grimes, where'd you get that gear at?
Pro Image on the
Pro
boardwalk,
Image
Ocean
Sports
City.
and Fan Treasures. By the way, they got a treasure trove of stuff in there.
I'm telling you, I've been spreading the word. You cannot get this quality anywhere.
No,
not even at the stadium.
People don't realize it's an official store up there. Yes. You got all the official stuff.
I've been spreading the word.
You're a kid in a candy store, right?
Yes.
You walk in and I want this, I want that. It's like you want everything.
Bring your checkbook. It ain't cheap.
So good morning, Mark. It's been a while since you've been in the studio with us here. It's
been a while. I thank you back.
And guess what? You know where we're starting next week?
Where's that?
Back at La Scala's.
Oh.
Our boy Rob La Scala, man.
My guy.
Yeah, it's your guy. I did not, after all these years, I didn't know you went to high school with Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
Because I know Rob from Cherry Hill, hanging out with Anthony Rowley and Frank DiGiacomo and Johnny I and Ron Conklin from Surety Title. You know Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He runs with the big boys now.
Yeah. Well, guess what? La Scala's food is phenomenal. And Mark, you know, when the food's good, they'll come.
They'll come.
Plus, he's got a great location at La Scala's Beach House. We'll be broadcasting live there.
And now he's in the Ocean Casino. That tells you how big he is.
Yeah. But, you know, my favorite is the meatball trio.
Absolutely.
I love the meatball trio.
Not the ricotta and honey?
No, well, I like it all, but that's my favorite.
Okay.
Gotcha. But listen, I got to start a diet, so it's gonna be tough going into the Scala's on Sundays for Eagles pregame show.
I know what diet you're on. Seafood diet.
See you eating. All right, Alex Berardis, good to see you. We saw each other Thursday. We went to the game with PJ Corda. How about the opening of that game, Alex?
It was one of the wildest openings to a football game I've ever seen. I mean, but
the lights, the trophies. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was a spectacle at the link there on Thursday night. It was great. They said it was supposed to rain at 8:00. You know, we kind of got lucky. The rain held off for a while, but we're going to get into the shenanigans going on.
Well, we'll get into all that. Mark Grimes, how did it look on TV to you?
It was unbelievable. I was very close to going to that game. Thank God I pulled the plug at the last minute.
Because I got to tell you, the rain delay did ruin the mojo.
Yes.
I mean, that was a tough rain delay. At that late at night, they didn't resume the game till 11:30.
Correct.
But I'll tell you what, the Philadelphia fans, man, they don't stop. They're like the ocean. They just keep coming. And the enthusiasm and the passion still remained. Although, you know, half our crew had to leave, my brother. So we sent PJ Corda, got us into a suite.
Wow.
For the whole locker room crew. Well, they had to leave at halftime. Or not halftime. I think they left a little bit in the third, right? When'd you leave?
The weather delay. Once the delay
hit, they said you were out.
I would have been.
We stayed. My brother Bobby and I, and Colin and Cody, his 2 boys, we had the box for the whole rest of the game.
Oh, my God.
But we left with about 4 minutes ago, too, so.
Bobby, your brother, who I saw in the boardwalk last week.
Here we go.
No, that's all right. I'll leave that story.
No, you can tell the story.
Oh, no, I'm not telling the story. I'll leave that for later.
You don't want to tell the story?
No, I'll save it.
You got to tell the last part of the show.
Yeah. They want to hear, these folks want to hear sports, but Bobby, my ribs still hurt.
He had you laughing?
Oh, my God.
Well, we'll laugh today. We laugh and we talk about sports. How about that?
There we go.
All right, big show lined up today. A lot going on. The Philadelphia Phillies, I mean, come on, man. They just keep winning. They're 83-59. We're 7 games ahead of the Mets, Mark Grimes.
Let's go.
And you're wearing your Phillies gear. I love it. How appropriate.
Now, listen, if the Eagles played today, I'd be wearing my Eagles gear. But today's Philly. And one of my favorite days of the year, U.S. Open, baby.
Okay.
Alcaraz versus Sinner.
Yeah, how can you not like the U.S. Open?
I love every second of it.
You know, my daughter plays tennis.
Does she?
She's going to be good. Oh. She loves it, too.
I love it.
The Phillies are in first place, 83-59, 7 games up on the Mets. I gave Mike McGarry a hard time 3 weeks ago because he was saying they were 28 games left in the season. He said, "Oh, they got this division all wrapped up."
Yep.
He's going to be. I think it's safe to say. I'm not going to say just yet because I don't want to jinx anybody. Because you know what the Phillies did in '64.
Yeah.
But they only got. I think they're up. I think their magic number is 15 now.
Can I bring up something I saw?
Bring up anything you want.
All right, so I get up this morning and I'm watching. I get the highlights at 5 a.m. of Phillies, and my Arizona State lost a tough one last night. But let's get to the Phillies. Have all the gray-haired women in this world gone mad? Like this lady.
You're talking about
yes. This lady,
Karen, we
Karen.
talked about it at nauseum yesterday, but it's worth repeating. She's getting vilified all over.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. That lady wasn't near the ball. Like, what are you kidding me?
The etiquette for you, everybody can go after a baseball, a foul ball. It's fair game. Doesn't matter where it lands.
Listen, that husband of hers, you took that ball from a 12-year-old. Come on, man.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
What was he going to do? I mean,
no, what? Listen, well, hey, Bader made it. Bader. Well,
the baseball.
Yeah, but do you think? All right, so let me ask you a question, Alex. If he kept the baseball, would that have been a good look to him?
No. He might have done the right move, but and Bader. Oh my God, what an ending!
What an end to the story!
Yeah, great story.
I love it, Grimes.
Yeah, great storyline.
And how about we lost a couple of great sports figures yesterday, the other day.
Oh, my God.
Ken Dryden passed away. I remember him when I was a kid watching him play goalie, standing on his head for the Montreal Canadiens.
Yep.
And then how about Davey Johnson from the Mets?
Yeah.
Now, I don't like the Mets, but those teams that he coached up there, they were memorable teams. Man.
Absolutely.
Darryl Strawberry, right?
Yeah.
David Cohn.
Yeah, you're bringing up a lot of good ones. Yeah.
They had some good players up there. So we will remember those guys today with a heavy heart. But the Philadelphia Phillies, Luzardo looked great last night. We're going to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene at 10:30. Brought to you by Blitz's Market. By the way, let's crack open our freshly squeezed. This is 12 ounces. Hey, Grimesy. This is 12 ounces of liquid sunshine right here.
Listen, nothing better than fresh squeezed orange juice.
Go ahead, Alex. Crack it open, brother. You get to sip your 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let me tell you, Dave and Joe Newman, every single weekend throughout the summer, I stop in Blitz's on the way into the studio. Mm-hmm. They hook me up. And top of the morning to you.
Thank you.
Put a little block in there.
Can I send out one more RIP to someone who just passed away? George Raveling, again, a local Philly legend. He's the reason Michael Jordan went to Nike, right?
Is that right?
Reason. You asked Michael Jordan, that's the reason. And it's one of Worldwide West's and John Calipari's best friends. So RIP to George Raveling.
And not only that, I heard you were talking to Dotson.
Yeah.
Worldwide West's brother, who Bobby and I went to summer school with.
Which is unbelievable.
Is that a great connection?
It's unbelievable.
And Dotson, Bobby, and I remain friends. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't see each other often, obviously, but we converse. And actually, I hadn't talked to him for a long time until you told me you knew him. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
It's small world.
Small world.
I'm telling you.
The Phillies. So we'll get into our Phillies talk, and then, of course, at the top of the second hour, we're going to start our segment as high school athletes in the spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel of Egg Harbor Township. Every week, Fran Mclaughlin going to call in he's going to pick a female and a male and a female athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If this show took place in the 80s, would you and Bobby be featured?
All right, I'm going to be honest. See, Alex, Grimesy trying to start a pot already.
Hey.
You sound like David Clement.
Bobby tells me he'd be featured every week, according to him.
I will. This is the last time you're going to hear me say
I hit a sore spot.
You're going to hit a sore spot. But I will say this. Bobby was all Colonial Conference.
Yes.
All Group 3. So, yes, he was a better football player than me, but I was a better baseball player than him.
Gotcha.
So
there we go.
It all evens out.
There we go.
All right? I didn't get any honors in baseball, but at least I played. Bobby, in fairness to Bobby, he tore his knee up in his senior year.
I heard all about it.
It's to this day.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a travesty.
It's a travesty. All right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk Eagles football. We'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Then Alex Berardis and I, we're in the 97.3 ESPN Fantasy Football League, and we're going to start our fantasy football segment. We started it last week, but we're going to have Brian Hartley, the fantasy football guru, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant at 11:30 today.
I love it. Let's do it.
All right, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, the first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Grimesy, you use Surety Title, right?
Absolutely.
All right, get in there.
Great title company.
I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more, The professionals at Johnny McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN. So ready for this? John. pitching.
Yep.
And you lose a guy like Zach Wheeler.
Well, I was just going to ask this question. If you were asked at the beginning of the season, we lose Zach Wheeler, Nolan's hurt.
Right. Nolan's not pitching well at all.
Yeah,
either,
Nolan. I'm Nolan, and then we lose a guy for 80 game suspension. One of our closers.
Right.
You're like, we're done. Cook, put a fork in him.
Luzardo went 6 innings, 100 pitches. He lowered his ERA to 4.01, which is on the downswing. Robertson, I think, came in a very critical time and got the hold.
Right.
Right? He pitched well. Strum, he gets a hold, and Duran gets his 27th save.
We're looking great. I'm telling you, I like this team. I really do.
You think they get your point? Is that why you bought your?
Absolutely.
Your thing
Come on. I
Pro
just don't
Image
wear
Sports
this for the
Fan
fun of it.
Treasures?
Absolutely.
So you're sending us a message.
Send a message.
See that, Alex? He believes in his team.
And that's on a Sunday. I'm wearing a Phillies. Usually
Well,
I'm all
that's because
NFL.
the Eagles played on Thursday
Exactly.
night.
Right.
I think that Suarez, Sanchez, and Luzardo, the 3 lefties, are obviously going to have to carry this team if we're going to do a deep run. I think they're capable of it.
1,000% capable.
The bullpen seems like, with the exception of Kirkering. What do you think about Kirkering? Because he's struggling, but can we get him out of his struggles? What's his problem, Alex?
He's just seems to be a little bit too inconsistent. When he's on, he's on. Like he gets us out of some jams sometimes, but other times he can't get out of those jams, and he kind of makes that situation worse. If he can just stay more consistent, I feel like he'd be just such a reliable guy to go to in those high-pressure situations that you're going to have in the postseason.
People started talking about Trey Turner now as a possible MVP candidate.
I love it. About time.
I mean, he leads the league in hits and buy it over. I'll buy a lot.
Yep. About time.
You look. I got the league leaders pulled
Think
up here.
about how far he's come from last year, right? Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, this Trey Turner. I mean, the knock on him is that he's not in the field, right? He's defensive.
Correct.
But he's picked that up too. He's been playing well defensively, and if you look at the he's got 178 hits. The next closest person is Luis Arez from San Diego, 158. So he's like 20 hits ahead of him.
It's phenomenal.
And he didn't play yesterday.
It's phenomenal. I'm telling you, I think we got a great shot.
Kyle Schwarber leads the league, the National League in RBIs with 119. Pete Alonso, a Met, 113. Right? You look at batting average. Trey Turner leads the National League in batting average. He's got a 305 batting average. Sal Frelick from Milwaukee is 299. Grimesy, one person in the National League is hitting over 300.
Right.
Is that what's the reason for that?
Pitching.
So is it obviously pitching's gotten a lot better, but batting hasn't, and everybody says, Alex, the average doesn't count. Nobody looks at average anymore. Why not?
Yeah, I know. I think it's pitching. Definitely pitching has gotten better.
Alex, you look at average. You're young.
Yeah,
it's important to you, right?
Average is the first thing I look at, and then I start to look at everything else. But yeah, average.
Alex, you got 2 old men here. You're the youth, right? You're the youth movement.
Careful.
And I hear when I talk to Nicky Earnshaw and even my brother's boys, Colin and Cody, mostly because he likes baseball a lot more than Colin. The people, the younger generation, they look at launch angle, exit velocity. To me, those numbers mean nothing.
I agree.
I mean, if you're a batting coach and you see somebody that's like hitting 243, but they're hitting the ball right on the screws, and it's just going to people, they go, well, he's still hitting the ball hard. Yeah, you can use that metric, but if a home run goes out at 130 miles an hour. And another one goes at it at 100 miles an hour. What's the difference? They both went out.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Right. Average is the king. In my mind, that's the major metric in baseball.
Kyle
average.
Schwarber stuck on 49 home runs. Do you see he hit one to the wall yesterday? See that, Alex?
Yeah.
He hit one
we
right
thought
up
it was going
right
out.
up against the wall.
Yep.
He can't get to 50.
He's playing phenomenal. He'll get there. I ain't worried about that.
He's waiting to get home.
It could be.
Right? Because we got the Mets coming up.
That'd be great. Oh, that'd be great.
So we got, listen, Alex, we got a 4-game series coming up against the Mets. If we split, now I got a running bet with Mr. Met, Jeff Dowling at Playland.
Yes. Yep.
I owe him a lunch from Blitz's because what we do is we bet the series. All right, so whoever wins the series owes a lunch.
Yep.
The last time we played the Mets, they beat us in the series. Obviously, they swept us.
Mm-hmm.
I owe them a lunch. Now, it's a 4-game series, so here's how we do it. If they split 2-2, it goes to runs.
Got it.
Whoever scores the most runs
Okay.
owes the lunch.
Right.
I don't even care. I don't even care if I owe Mr. Met two lunches, as long as I get a split. Because if we split with the Mets, the
It's
division's
over. Right.
it's over.
Division's over.
Would you agree to that,
I agree with that.
Alex?
Hey, even if we lost all 4, I think we're not going to lose the
We're not
division.
gonna, you can't. We're only 7
No.
games up. Right?
Exactly.
We
We
had a,
lose 4 games. It
I'm
means
not-
our lead would be 3.
I'm not worried about
No.
it.
we had a big disagreement last week with you. The number of lunches that you owe Mr. Matt.
Yeah, well, we straightened that out.
Oh, all right.
So because he was saying double, I was saying double or nothing. If I already owe him a lunch, if he wins the next, that means I'll owe him 2 lunches. I
Okay.
don't go double or nothing. I don't get ripped off, Grimesy.
Where are these lunches at? Macamanco's?
No, Blitz. I go.
Oh,
to Blitz.
Blitz's,
I get
Blitz's,
I get him
gotcha.
a nice
Okay, I'm
hoagie at
positive,
Blitz's.
gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's my,
I apologize.
I got to take my agent at the beach.
Yes.
I got to get you over there.
No.
Blitz has got great sandwiches, man.
You're going to owe me dinners if you lose about the game.
Hey, by the way, yesterday in college football, I took Michigan and Michigan State in a 2-team tease, and I won $20.
I thought Michigan. Oh, but
No,
they
but
covered.
I
they covered.
took the tease, so I got
I
more
like.
points.
Got
All right?
it.
All right.
I like that.
Hey, on the other side, we're going to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City. We're going to talk with T.
Yes.
Greene. Talk to him
Well,
about the Phillies.
ask him about the average and pitching and all that.
We'll talk to him about that.
Yeah.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell everybody about La Scala's Beach House. We're going to be there next Sunday for our kickoff to the Eagles pregame show. We'll be at La Scala's Beach House from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I think we're going to have we got a Super Bowl trophy here,
Oh.
a replica, but it looks just like it. It's beautiful.
Okay.
We're going to have that there. So you
Okay.
can come over to La Scala's and get your picture taken with a Super Bowl trophy.
I like it.
All right? La Scala's Beach House opened up 2 summers ago now to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Join the Sports Bash every Monday live at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery.
Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes.
Yes, sir.
And Alex Berardis producing today, and we're talking Phillies baseball. We'll get to our Eagles talk here in a little bit, but we're gonna get ready for our On the Mound segment with Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com, or give them a call at 609-399-83 or 9983. 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets. Go down there, say hello to Dave, Joe Newman, Teresa, Kevin, Mama Blitz. They do it all. All right, now let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tita Greene.
Good morning, Billy. I've got a bad voice today, so.
Nah, but as long as you have a good arm, you'll be all right.
Oh, no, that's toast, too.
Hey, Tommy, before we really get into the meat and potatoes, Mark Grimes is my co-host today. He's my agent at the beach, good friend, one of our advertisers, and of course Alex Berardis is in here. We were talking about. I'm looking at the league leaders. I always look at that. I always get on the internet. It used to be in the newspaper, not anymore. So I look at the league leaders. We only have one guy in the National League hitting over 300, and that's Trey Turner. Obviously, pitching has gotten so much better, but the hitters haven't caught up yet. They hit more home runs. They just don't hit for average.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's so much the approach about things and the new the analytics side of things with the launch angle and all that stuff about getting the ball in the air more. It's just not like the game's not played like it used to be, move runners over, put the ball in play, take pride in not striking out,
right,
and putting the ball in play more. That's why you're not seeing as many guys possibility doing it, and plus you don't see guys bunting either. So if you get a bunt a week, that you can leg out if you got some speed, that's going to help. Over the course of the year,
right.
Milt Thompson throws those stats out about hitters doing that all the time. If they can do that, your average is going to go from 250 to go up to 300.
Right.
So if you can do stuff like that, a little thing.
Well, I got to tell you, when the Phillies they just took 2 or 3 for the Milwaukee Brewers, and we saw Milwaukee lay down about 4 or 5 bunts during the course of that series, and they know how to win. Yeah. They have one of the best records. They have the best record in baseball, and they play small ball.
Yeah, it's sort of refreshing to see a team that's doing that, and having success. We play some pretty good ball against them. To take 2 or 3 from that type of team is a good thing. We're talking about our guys, the bottom of the lineup showing up, they're get some timely hits and doing some things and turning it back over to the top. Yeah. Now it's about, I have a feeling Swerver's getting ready to get hot and do something too.
Well, let's hope so. He's been stuck on 49 home runs now for like a week, and hopefully he'll come out of it. But let's talk about your expertise pitching. Like Mark Grimes said earlier in the show, if you were to tell me that you would lose Zach Wheeler for the season, Nola wouldn't pitch well and doesn't look like the Nola of old, but the Phillies are in first place and second overall in the National League with Luzardo, Suarez, and Carlo Suarez, Sanchez, and Luzardo. You know what I mean? Like those guys are pitching so well. Like I think we're ready for a deep run in the playoffs.
Well, the capability is there, and it's about getting hot at the right time. We've talked about this before. Is when you got a shot to get in, you get in first, and then you're hoping that the guys that help get you there stay hot. And that's the thing, because now it's a long playoff system. You got to take care of business quick.
Right.
So so it's a good thing to see that, and we're doing it as a team. With some things because we've been, with Wheeler gone, everybody's having to pick up some little do the little things right, and we've been doing that of late. You know, we've won 7 out of our last 10 games, and I mean, you can't ask for any better than that. You know?
Hey, Tommy, it's Alex here. So Billy and I were talking before the show about Aaron Nola, and, you know, he hasn't been pitching that great. We were talking, is he even going to make the postseason roster with the way he's pitching right now? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Does he have a shot to make it, or are they just going to say, sorry, you're just not good enough right now?
Well, it all depends on how it plays out. You know, I mean, you still got some time left. You know, he had to put together a couple good starts there, where he was trying to get it going a little bit, but you know, he cannot afford. His command has been that issue all year. He cannot afford to lose that command and get over the dish like he's been doing a little bit, because they hit it. You know, so he's got to find a way. I think he's going to work himself out doing that. He'll figure it out sooner or later. We just hope it comes sooner. You know, and they do have some decisions to make. They got to go with the hot hands when it comes to, the playoff roster. You know, that's the bottom line. They're not going to give a spot just to give a spot. You know, so
every Sunday during the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We got him on the phone right now. Tommy, it seems like the Phillies, and especially Topper, not afraid to make some moves. If Nola doesn't start pitching well, there's a chance he could be left off the playoff roster. And how about Nick Castellanos? I mean, he's obviously he's not happy with not playing, but he's saying the right things. In an article today by Scott Lauber, he says at the end of the day, it's a team goal, which is to win, right? Philly would much rather us win a World Series than have us all have good individual years. Is that just lip service, or is he? I mean, his body language. He's not happy, but he's saying the right things. Is that just lip service?
Well, no. I mean, I hope it's not lip service. I mean, only he knows that. You know, because I mean, he's a prideful guy. Yes, he wants to play. He don't want to be substituted for, but he also's got to understand it's a team game. Right. And when the manager thinks that he needs to put somebody out there to do it, it's the manager's job, you know, and you might not like it. And what we say about that, you know, John Kruk put it very simple. You don't like it, play better.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right, just play better.
You know?
No, but Tom.
He's got the capability of getting running off and get hot. You know what I mean?
Right.
It'd be a great time here at the end of the year to see him get hot a little bit on the streak and make Topper make a decision like that. You know, hey, I need to get this guy. I think he's hot. You know, and that's what's going to happen.
So Tommy, you know, I'm kind of like I'm pleasantly surprised that Topper has been able to make he's known as like a player's manager, I guess, if you would say. He's like knows how to handle these guys. But for him to say, look, you like what you just said, like echo what you just said. If you're not playing well, I'm taking you out.
Yeah, I mean that's bottom line. I mean, and you always look back. You know, back in the day, you know, we had 3 platoons we played with.
Right.
You know, back in '93, you know, with Morandini and Duncan and, you know, Milt Thompson and Eisenreich and Wes Chamberlain and Incavilla, you know, and I mean, and it was a team goal. There was no selfish type thing. And I think he got the gist and learned early in the season, you know, when this happened, and Topper, you know, addressed that. And I think he got it. Now, I'm hoping what we're hearing is him saying, hey, you know, I was wrong, you know, and the way I went about it, yeah, I want to play, but, you know, it's a team goal. Right. He's got a decision to make, and I agree with it. And I'm hoping that's the way he's thinking. So,
hey, Tommy, Mark Grimes here. Are you pleasantly surprised with, again, our 2 top starters out, how well these guys are playing? And then second question, Suarez, why his pitching is not as good at away stadiums as at home, and did you have issues at different stadiums around the country?
Well, it just seemed it works out like that a lot, you know. And everybody has their little bugaboos where the mound doesn't feel the same, the look back there doesn't feel the same, and I mean, teams give you issues, you know what I mean? But very. You know, our rotation they've been throwing, you know, a couple curveballs this year, and they've had to adjust. But bottom line, they're pitching well right now. Those 3 guys are pitching well, and if we get a start, you know, mixed in with the 4 and 5 guys in the rotation. It keeps us in ball games with chance to win. Yeah, if you give up runs, you give up runs. Pitching's not that easy, guys. Yep. So we're expecting the guys go out there and have a 2 ERA, not give up a 1 run a game. That's a hard thing to do. So it's very to see the guys having and pitching like they are right now is very encouraging leading into the tail end of the year. You can't say enough about Sanchez and what he's done.
Absolutely.
And Suarez is. I mean, knock on wood. I don't like to talk about him, too much, but he's been pitching, just like we need him to pitch of late. He's sort of I don't want to say reinvented himself. He's been the same guy, but he's not throwing as hard.
Right.
That means your command has to be there, and that's the key. And that's the same way with Nola. He's not quite throwing hard. He still throws good enough. It's about your command. It's about, are you missing in the right areas, when you miss.
Every Sunday during the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Tommy, today, Taijuan Walker takes the hill for the Phillies. 29 games, he's 4-7 with a 3.92 ERA. And like Alex just said, like Nola's and Mark Grimes just said, like Nola hasn't been pitching well. Could Walker, Taijuan Walker, who's like, I got to tell you, his attitude has been nothing but spectacular throughout the last 2 or 3 years. He's been horrible. He got booed mercilessly, but he's been persistent. He's been a great teammate. He didn't make the playoff roster a couple years in a row, right? But he's never let it bother him. He's never let it get to him. He's always been a consummate professional.
Yeah.
And I want to see him do well. What do you make of his performance so far this year?
Oh, I tell you what, he's a professional.
Yeah,
because he's been through the ringer a little bit, and he's had to readjust and reinvent himself compared to where he was. When he was younger, he's been in the big leagues a long time, and for him, to go through what he's went through, and then also have this year what he's done and what he's given the Phillies, I couldn't be happier with the guy. He deserves every bit of praise he gets because he's been a professional about it. Yeah. He's been there for his teammates. And he's given us some obviously the starts when he's pitched. He's went out there and kept us in ball games, gave us a chance to win. And he's done well. I couldn't be happier for him. So,
Tommy, last question for me. Do you think and I know you don't like to admit this as a pro, but an ex-pro, who don't we want to see in the playoffs? and would you prefer a bye, or do you think a bye hurts us? And then with the downtime.
Well, I mean, obviously, I didn't. It's hard for me to say by experience. We didn't really have that type of format, when growing up. Coming up through the big leagues, what I did. But now with all the playoff system the way it is, you got to buy, and guys are creatures of habit. Sometimes the rest, like the All-Star break, can help. You have a few extra days down, like 3 days or so, 4 days, helps you kick back up, especially for pitchers. So. It could help. But also, you are creatures of habit. Sometimes being too strong and feeling too good is a negative. You want sort of status quo. Right. Going in where you maintain your same rhythm and the way you go about stuff. So that's the way I like to see it. And far as playing, whoever we play, I really don't care. You play the ball game, you play the type of ball game and you execute like you're supposed to. It doesn't matter. Right. So everybody's going to have their 1 and 2 guys going. You're going to face good pitching, or at least the top guys on their team, and it's all about taking advantage of mistakes and doing the little things right. The less mistakes you make, usually the team to win.
There we go. Hey, listen, buddy, get some tea and honey on that throat.
Yeah, I know.
What are we doing, shouting?
I don't know how Billy does it as much as he talks.
Oh my God.
What were you
doing, singing last night, Tommy Greene?
No, we had the Darren Dalton Foundation out down in Chesapeake City at Chesapeake Inn last night. So, there's a lot of, over the weekend, there's a lot of talking going on. I've got a little something going on with chest cold and stuff.
You take care of yourself, Tommy.
Better.
Watch that Phillies game today. And, of course, we'll talk to you next week. We appreciate you. And let's go, Phils.
See you, Tommy.
You got it, buddy.
All right, there he is, Tommy Greene on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Not only a great guy, a great golfer.
I played with you guys at Great Bay.
Right. We were Great Bay. That's
yes.
right.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Remember he had his what do you call that, viewfinder?
Yes.
He takes his golf serious,
Oh,
man.
no.
You go out on the golf course with Tommy Greene,
Listen,
man.
all these pros do. That's all they do. When they retire, that's
Yeah.
it. They golf.
Yeah,
I
you
expe-
golf a lot, Grimes.
No,
You're
I
not
do not.
retired.
No,
You got signs
no, I
hanging
got-
all over Ocean City. You ain't retiring.
Exactly. I don't have time.
All right, the first hour of the locker room was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases from the shore to Center City and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Of course, Tommy Greene is brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Brian Radke here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Mike Golick and I are set to bring you Week 1 AFC action from
ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach, is in here with us. Alex Berardis is co-hosting. And by the way, we do the Beach Patrol report every Saturday throughout the summer. And John, we're just going to wrap things up by telling you that the Viking Rowing Club, which is located in Ventnor, New Jersey, under the leadership of Dr. John Holland, started the South Jersey Lifeguard Rowing Hall of Fame. It was started in 1970. For some unknown reason, it stopped around 1994. This year, under the leadership of Ward Holland and Stan Bergman, it's up and running again, and they introduced 11 men and 10 women into this year's Hall of Fame. It was the first time that women had its own Hall of Fame. Megan Holland was in charge of it for the women. So this year they inducted, Grimesy, this is a list of people that you know. Bob Garbage Sr. from Atlantic City, Charles Joseph. How about Tom Stefanik, the Loon from Ocean City, Dave Lill, who was a phenomenal rower, Ron Kirk, who's a legend.
Ron was,
right?
Listen.
Is he a legend in Ocean City? All around South Jersey.
Ron Kirk, listen, I have two brothers that were obviously lifeguards,
Right.
and they were my idols. But Ron Kirk was the Michael Jordan of rowers.
Right?
Back oh, my God, that guy was sick.
He was sick.
Yeah.
And then John Hearn, we all know John. I've had him on my show. He played football at the Naval Academy.
Yep. Yeah, John Hearn, oh, my God.
Right?
Listen, he went to Navy,
Yeah.
and he had a twin brother,
Yeah.
went to Egg Harbor Township.
Yes.
Yep, great guys.
Kevin Murphy from Cape May, John Wadlow, Jim Ronan, Tom Fetter from Brigantine City Beach Patrol, Ted Evans, Evans, Mike Crass, Craig Whitehead from Avalon, and, of course, Guy Gargan from the Press of Atlantic City. I did not know that he was on the ABP. So, congratulations to them. And then there are, on the ladies' side, Kathy Boyce, Gail Mancuso, Kelly Grimley, Nancy Fishbaum, Patrice Back, Megan Gary, Amanda Ubel, and Kristen Ubel. So congratulations to all those Hall of Fame. That's an honor, Grimesy.
Listen,
anytime you get any Hall of Fame.
Can I tell you this? That Ocean City Beach Patrol is obviously a big fraternity. I mean,
Yeah,
like
well,
a lot of these,
they all are.
No, I mean, for years, these guys, like my brother Michael lives out in California now, and my brother Joe obviously still.
I see Joe. He's rowing a boat every weekend.
He's got in his backyard. On the Norfolk Good. No, my brother Joe, he takes it very serious.
Yeah, man.
Very serious.
Joe Grimes.
Joe Grimes.
So we have Jack Brooks and John McShane,
Yep.
and of course, former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams, helps me along with the Beach Patrol report
Good stuff.
throughout the summer, and we,
Yep.
we follow it. So congratulations to the inductees.
Hey, they serve a great purpose.
You got a story about my brother?
Well, I mean, the other
You
day,
wanna-
some
you're dying
guy,
to tell.
some guy rode up on us at the boardwalk after me and your brother were talking, and oh my God, I haven't seen your Bobby, blah blah blah. And I said, listen, this guy's been telling me how good he was in football. Was he really that good? And this guy supposedly was the assistant coach at Frankfurt, and he goes, listen,
His dad was.
His dad was. I'm sorry, under
Paul-
Al,
yeah,
under
Hallie,
Al,
Hallie.
under Al Angelo, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right,
yes.
got it.
Yes, Frankfurt High School.
Frankfurt. So
We
Frankfurt.
beat them, by the way. I think we did.
It was a
anyway.
scrimmage. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
it was a
scrimmage.
scrimmage.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I called
Let's
the
get
play.
the story straight.
See, I called the play and handed the ball to my brother. If it wasn't for my call, because I called my plays back then a lot.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I asked him who was the better player of the two. And, oh my!
See that, Alex?
you
He's
see
stirring the pot, isn't he?
and then obviously Bobby, and it came out Bobby was the better player, and I said I can't break Billy's heart, but this guy just said this. And then Bobby, they won the Colonial, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my God! I'm like,
Grimes, you know, Bobby and I are both in the College and High School Football Hall of Fame, right?
Really?
You know that, right?
I
So
did not
made
know
it too,
that.
right? I
Okay,
mean, he was
wow.
much better. I will give it. He was a better football player, but we had a great team, and all the Lettermen were inducted in because that was the first time the first time the College and High School ever went to the playoffs. That's 1980.
Really? That's amazing.
Well, it was 1978, 79.
Were you guys as tan as you were today that you were back then?
Spent the whole summer working out on the beach.
Wow.
That's impressive.
He couldn't wait to get that off his chest, Alex. You know that, right? All right, hour 2. Hour 1's in the books already. You believe that?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's unbelievable.
2 hours of show business, but we got one more to go. On the other side, we're going to get our high school athletes in the spotlight. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township with Fran McLaughlin. And then fantasy football. Grimes, you in any fantasy leagues?
Hell, yep.
Yeah, you
yep,
know
yep.
you are, right?
I'm
So
yep.
we got the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, at 11:30, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant.
Which is one of the reasons I want to talk a little A.J. Brown right this second. I don't have him, but I did compare his stats.
All that and more. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. The Sports Bash is on the road again as we'll be broadcasting live from 2 to 6 p.m. from the world-famous Maynard's Cafe in Margate. Join us Wednesday, September 24th, where one lucky listener will score a bus trip with 2 tickets to see the Eagles play the Giants at MetLife Stadium. It includes transportation, tickets to the game, and a full tailgate party. Listen for details on how you can enter to win on the Sports Bash.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
Recovering from an addiction is an individual accomplishment. A young mother who chose recovery to care for her family. A high school athlete overcoming opioid addiction. A couple celebrating his recovery. Everyone's recovery is different, and there's no shame in asking for help. Call 844-REACH-NJ. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to help you find the recovery option that's best for you. Tell us your story, and let's begin your recovery today. A message from New Jersey Human Services.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him, it's a sack!
Sixers.
Oh, baby!
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach, is with us today, and of course Alex Berardis, producing and co-hosting. And we covered the Phillies, and we're going to talk a little Eagles football here in the second half. But before we do so, high school football, we were the battle at the beach. You sent me a picture with you and Jihad Campbell.
Yeah, I got there a little late.
You talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. Well, when he was walking off the field, Devin Sealy got me on, field pass. I got to see the end of the game. I came in the second half.
The IMG game, right?
Yes,
He was there for that.
unbelievable. Those guys are monsters.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Now, Billy,
What?
Are you telling me if those guys played in the Colonial Football League, you guys would have gave them a
no
match?
shot.
No chance.
But football has changed.
Exactly. I understand.
I mean, but back in the day, listen, Mark, we were Group 3.
I got
so
you.
we weren't small.
I got you.
We were not Group 1 or Group 2. We were Group 3.
No,
So that's a feather. Look, that's a feather in my brother's cap. He was all Group 3. That's pretty big stuff.
If I asked Bobby that question, he said you would throw all over IMG.
Well, listen, when my brother got hurt
Yes.
in high school,
Uh-huh.
his senior year, I had to cover. See, Paulsboro had a 6'6" wide receiver. His name was Dave Glocker, right? My brother was on him, covered him, shut him down his sophomore, junior year. My brother blew his knee out. Guess who had to cover Glocker my senior year? And we lost to Paulsboro 12-6. They threw him an alley-oop over my head, and he caught it for the winning touchdown. So Bobby he'll never let me live that down.
Okay.
And of course that sticks in my craw. But now we're moving on to high school football, and each and every week now throughout the high school season, we're going to get our high school athletes in the spotlight. Each week, Fran Mclaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory, will highlight a male and female for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Every week we'll do that. So now let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the owner of the Egg Harbor Township Philly Pretzel Factory Company, Fran Mclaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning, Billy. Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Morning,
All
Fran.
right, man. We're preparing for football season now is going off. By the way, I told you guys I took Michigan and Michigan State last night, a 2-team teaser. I woke up this morning, I won $20.
$20.
So I like it, but
I'm not a big gambler anymore, Billy. But I got a lock for you for next week.
You better give it to me.
Got to look at AJ Brown's over in the receptions and yardage because after he got one target in that game the other night, they are going to feed that diva. There's no way that doesn't hit.
You mean he's not going to read a book next week? He's not going to bring
I think it'll be.
Hey, Fran.
I gotta find myself somewhere to lay that one down.
Fran, I agree with you 1,000% on that. And also, I got all his stats right in front of me because I was so mad that he only had one catch.
8 yards.
That I literally had to go back and say, wait a minute, what am I missing here? Why does Hurts not see him? And how many passes, hold on a sec, Billy, how many yards did Tannehill hit him with over the years at the Titans? And I was shocked. It's really not that big a difference between.
Really?
You're gonna be shocked when I show you these stats.
Really?
Shocked.
Well, what are they? Tell us right now.
No, okay.
Well,
I will get Fran on, but go ahead.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
I was happy because the guy I played in fantasy had him, so he only got 1 point. So I was pretty happy with that.
There you go.
All right, Fran. So we're kicking off the high school athletes in the spotlight. You did a great job with it last year. We're starting you right on time this year. Last year we didn't get started till the end of football season, but we're looking forward to your report each and every weekend as you cover high school sports and you pick a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement. And let's bring it to us. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Yeah, I think we hooked up with you kind of in October last year, so we're getting right with it right out of the gate here. How about on the football scene? Atlantic City High School, a little surprising. 2-0 start. They go down to Delaware, Louisiana, Mid-Atlantic Pigskin Classic, and they upset Mainland. And then they come back this past Friday night, come from behind win against Millville. First time they've beaten Millville since 2014, so they're off to a 2-0 start. You're looking for a game to go out and see locally next week. I think Saturday afternoon there. I believe they're at Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek's got a great running back. So that should be a fun one to watch Saturday afternoon. Two teams that'll be vying for the top spot in that Constitution division. Last year that division came down to that rivalry game between Atlantic City and Holy Spirit, which Holy Spirit won in that quagmire on Thanksgiving Day. So that'll be a nice one to watch. Another game, we kind of saw both these teams play at the Battle of the Beach in Ocean City a couple weeks ago. On Friday night, Bergen Catholic travels to Winslow. That should just be a great football game. If you like high school football, like football in general, that should be a great one. So yeah, the season's getting going. I mean, we had a couple teams, Holy Spirit, Cedar Creek, Mainland, all lost in week 0. They all came back and even their records. I mean, they're going to be strong teams. So, really look forward to the season. All the sports, we got boys and girls soccer, we have boys and girls cross country, field hockey, girls volleyball, girls tennis. A couple, I'm really looking forward to that girls soccer team out at Egg Harbor Township as well. They should be really a fun team to watch. They started out, they definitely have a lot of offensive power, and they started out 2-0, posting shutouts in 2 big games. So we'll have a lot going on this year, Billy.
All right, now it's time for your high school athlete in the spotlight.
Athletes in the spotlight. So on the girls' side, we're going to go to Louisa Lancaster. She's a sophomore forward for ACIT girls soccer. Lancaster opened the season in grand fashion, posting a hat trick in a 4-0 win over Cape May Tech. She followed up that performance with 2 goals and an assist and an 8-0 whitewashing Atlantic City. Led by Lancaster, who was the All-Cape Atlantic League selection as a freshman, the future was bright for the youthful Red Hawks. They've begun their season at 2-0, which is quite a turnaround considering they finished last season with just 1 win.
Wow.
So great job for Louisa and the Red Hawks getting going with that program, starting to move forward. Then on the boys' side, everybody talked about the big question coming into the Atlantic City football season was how they're going to replace the offense they lost to graduation. And our boys athlete in the spotlight this week is answering that question. His name is Jalen Day, a sophomore wideout from Atlantic City football. So far this year, the second-year player, instrumental in AC's opening game upset at Mainland. He hauled in 8 receptions for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of 90 yards, which opened the game and kind of set the tone, and another one of 67 yards. Then this past Friday, he snared an 18-yard touchdown catch in the fourth quarter that's proved to be the game winner as AC rallied to beat Millville 26-21. Again, that was the first time the Vikings have beaten Millville since 2014. So there you have it. Congratulations to ACIT's Louisa Lancaster and Atlantic City's Jalen Day. This week's Philly Pretzel Factory, Egg Harbor Township athletes in the spotlight. And as always, Billy, Jalen and Louisa will win a Philly Pretzel Factory gift card and a free pretzel coupon to share with all their teammates and coaches.
That's
they'll
outstanding.
also receive a commemorative certificate. Copy of that certificate we hang in the store. We give to the kids. So we do ask this year, Billy, that hopefully the winners can make it by the store to pick stuff up. It gets a little rough on my wife having to run around to try to get all these packets out to the kids. So
yeah, they got to come down and get their pretzels. It makes sense. Absolutely. Great job, Fran. I love that.
good.
Isn't that great job, Grimesy, getting the kids
love
the pretzel gift certificate?
I love it.
Hey,
Fran.
before you go, I have Grimes here. I got to ask you a question here. Since Grimes, obviously the realtor of the stars in Icon in Ocean City. I got to check on Billy Schwann's street cred. Invited me down to the Battle of the Beach a couple Thursday nights ago, right? I appreciate you having me on for a few segments. It was great. I enjoyed it. But I pulled into the parking lot, and the attendant comes up to me and said, "That's got to be $20." I looked out and said, I'm with Billy Schwann. He stares me up and down, nods his head, and said, "That would be $40."
That's because I look like my brother. All right, Fran, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, take care, guys. See ya.
Thanks, Fran.
There we are, the high school athletes in the spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township and Fran Mclaughlin. Get down to the Philly Pretzel Factory. Give them a call at 609-646-0012. Get yourself a Philly Pretzel Factory. That's great, man.
That's unbelievable.
Listen, people, high school football is big, man.
Oh, listen. It's not as big as it was back in the colonial days. But it's big. Now, listen. Hey, I'll put my team up against your brother. You and your brother.
Who's your team?
We played in 1984, and we had Jonathan Dice. He would have ran
you're
circles around you guys.
Is that Matt Dice's brother?
Yes. Played at Arizona State. Went to ASU
Did
with
he really?
me.
Did he really?
Yes.
Ocean City High School?
He would have ran circles. He would have ran circles around you guys.
No way.
Come
you
on,
guys were
stop it.
What group are you?
We're
Group
three.
two back
no,
then.
We're
No,
three.
No,
we beat
Group three
We didn't
right
even make the playoffs when I played.
We beat Mainland.
No,
Johnny
you
Gaines
didn't
guys 28
You guys did not make the play. We played Delsey and Deptford for the Group 3 championship.
They won states. We should have won back-to-back states.
Should have, could have, would have, Grimesy. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for a game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store they deliver. Let me tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. By the way, your brother Joe Grimes, he liked that segment.
Oh my God! Sends me an
Hall
article.
of Fame, huh?
Sends me an article. Him, 8 finishers. Ron Kirk was last, so obviously he took it personal. Me calling him Michael Jordan. Oh my! And my brother Joe was. I mean, there are some legends on this list.
There are.
Oh my God! But hey, I know you OCB Peters take it very serious.
And thanks to John McCann and for sponsoring the Beach Patrol Report. We really appreciate it. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. The hunt for Super Bowl 60 starts now, and 2 hopefuls collide in the NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Bill Rosinski, Steve Berline, and myself for all the action as Micah Parsons and the new-look Packers look to send a Week 1 message. But the defending NFC North champs, Jared Goff and the Lions, stand in their way. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4:30.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Tax season at Tom's River Volkswagen means we're paying the sales tax. Yeah, we've got over 1,000 vehicles on sale, and we're paying the sales tax. Tell that nasty old tax man to go straight to Tom's River Volkswagen or Tom'sRiverVW.com, because we're paying the sales tax.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from the Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties from brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them the Locker Room sent you.
Labor Day savings are here at the Home Depot with up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like LG. Keep your routines running smoothly with an LG refrigerator you can count on from the Home Depot. And with the connected ThinQ app, you'll know if the door is left open and when to replace the filter. Gear up for fall with Labor Day savings on LG, America's most reliable appliance brand, at the Home Depot. Offer valid August 21st through September 10th, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Caesars Sportsbook app is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code RADIO20X and place your first bet of $1 or more for a chance to double your winnings on your next 20 bets. Open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 or older. Max bet at $25 for boosted winnings. Max additional winnings $2,500 per bet. Profit boost tokens expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield, right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, who's got signs all over Ocean City. drive down.
Sold signs, I hope. Sold signs.
I'm driving down. Riding. My daughter and I are on the golf cart. Which by the way, do you see me ride around my golf cart all year?
Yes.
I got it from Good Vibe Rides. The new Rage is sweeping the Jersey Shore. Cruise around town in style. No gas, no stress. Just pure fun. Catch the good vibes. It's Good Vibe Rides golf carts. Go to goodviberides.com. Pick the cart of your choice, and they'll deliver right to your door. Give them a call at 732-440-1111. It made me lazy this summer, Grimes. It's so much fun. They're fun to ride.
Golf cart made you lazy?
Yeah. I ride my bike. Grimes, you see me on the board. You see my brother. I didn't ride my bike half as much as I did this year because of the golf cart.
Right.
It was so much fun.
Could you imagine if Billy had that golf cart back in the day, pulling up to practice in that little golf cart?
Oh boy.
But listen, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, we may have to have an intervention because
I'm getting my knee. I'm getting my knee operated.
There we go. Oh, then you need the golf cart.
I'm getting the knee replacement surgery. So yeah,
it's just an excuse to use the golf cart more.
Let's talk some Eagles football, man. Jalen Hurts. By the way, Alex and I were talking. Not that I want to talk about players list, but we'll do that a little bit. I don't want to get too in depth. But Jalen Hurts went 19 for 23, 152 yards. His quarterback rating was 94. The thing is, Mark, he just wins. He's a winner.
No, there's no doubt about it.
And you know what? I heard Mike Gill say on a sports patch in the fourth quarter, he was like 6 for 6 for like 78 yards with a touchdown.
Yeah,
he's money.
Yeah, no, listen, he's definitely.
But he doesn't get the ball to A.J. Brown.
Well, that is why I got some stats in front of me.
Devontae Smith, he didn't get that much either, did he?
No, I have the stats right here. So
Devonta Smith had 3 catches for 16 yards.
There you go. Yep, that's the stats.
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right, so you ready? This is from 2019. I'm just going to run them down.
All
right. Total yards, catches, 1,051 with the Titans, Tannehill. 2020, 1,075, Tannehill. 2021, Tannehill, 869. He went down that year. He gets traded to the Eagles. 2022, 1496.
Okay.
Almost doubles his production since the Titans.
Okay.
All right. 2023, 1456 total yards. 2024, 1079.
Goes down a little
Goes
bit.
down a little bit last year.
Right.
But they won the Super Bowl.
They win the Super Bowl.
And now 8 yards his first game out of the
but
gate.
Here's the they play 17 games.
I
now,
understand
too,
that.
so.
But
you know what the common theme is between his time in Tennessee and last year?
Yeah.
Tennessee, Derrick Henry. Last year, Saquon Barkley. Tennessee, when they had Derrick Henry, they used that play action offense effectively because you knew Derrick Henry was a problem. So the defenses had to honor that.
Alex, that's a great point.
I mean, it opened up A.J.
and
Brown.
that's Derrick Henry.
much.
That's Derrick Henry in his prime with the Titans. That's a great point.
I hate to give the Cowboys credit, but they did a good job. I mean, they kept Saquon Barkley to 60 yards. Now, Jalen Hurts led the team in rushing with 61 yards.
Listen, CeeDee Lamb, he is the best receiver in the league. In my mind.
Dropped 3 balls. It cost him the game.
That's true. I mean, it's first game out of the gate. CeeDee Lamb is the real deal.
Guess what? CeeDee Lamb had 13 targets, only 7 receptions.
You know, since joining the league in 2020, CeeDee Lamb has 35 drops, which is the most in the NFL since that time. So CeeDee Lamb actually, he does get targeted probably more than the average receiver.
He just eats us apart every time we play him for some
reason.
Listen,
and I heard on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill and Sal Pal Fridays.
Yep.
So the Eagles have, or in the NFL, there's like 240 defensive. 240 players with defense, or 260, but they're under 240 pounds,
right?
Because the league went with more athletic defensive because remember it turned into a passing league. So what did the Eagles do? They got the biggest offensive line in football. They got Saquon Barkley. They run people over.
Yeah,
they run right at him.
Yep.
Billy,
can't stop him, Alex.
When looking at Thursday's game, I think I had a little bit of a problem with both of our coordinators.
Really?
I'll explain why. Offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo, I think you have to draw up a play to get A.J. Brown going in that first or second quarter. Whether that, simple out route, wide receiver bubble screen, just short little dig route. You got to get something to get your playmaker there.
I agree.
All right, but
that's why I think Fran McLaughlin's on to something. I am laying that bet next week.
But let me retort to that, you guys. And all preseason we were told that A.J. Brown was dealing with a hamstring, and Dave Klemick knows all about hamstrings. If you don't come back from hamstrings, that's a soft tissue injury.
I agree.
So maybe they were purposely not targeting because
decoying him just as a decoy out there.
What do you think, Alex? I don't know. What do you think?
I
I'm just
actually don't
saying.
hate that logic. I really don't.
It hasn't come out though.
That's why you listen to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Because then why does Devontae Smith not get targeted either? Then?
Well, I can't answer that question.
Right.
Maybe the Cowboys. I will say this, and I watch Baldy's breakdowns. I don't know if you guys do, but Brian Baldinger is he's like a coach to people like the average fan. Somebody he explains it. Like you follow him at Baldy NFL, Baldy's breakdowns. The Cowboys really don't have a bad secondary, and their scheme against the Eagles was pretty good. They didn't. Our guys they did not get open quick.
Right.
And Jalen Hurts has a propensity not to hit people right in stride. You know that, right?
Except on deep balls.
Oh, I do know
he
that.
He does have a good deep ball. I mean,
yes.
he hit
after he scrambled.
He hit Jahan Dotson, Alex, on that bomb.
Hey, that seems to be his favorite receiver so far.
I think Dallas Goedert is his number one right now.
Dallas Goedert had 7 catches for 44 yards, 7 targets. He caught every ball was thrown to him.
But as I was talking about earlier, why I actually was a little let down with Vic Fangio is I think on that first drive, it was pretty clear and apparent that Adoree Jackson could not lace CeeDee Lamb's shoes.
Right.
I think that adjustment needed to be made to get Adoree off of CeeDee Lamb much earlier in the game than it happened.
Right.
Whether it was Keely Ringo, Jacorian Bennett, or just putting DeJean on there, which they eventually ended up doing, I think that needed to be done much earlier.
So at the final analysis, though, guys, I mean, the Cowboys didn't score a touchdown in the second half.
Right.
Because that adjustment was made, I think.
But Alex, you did say that you had a problem with the defensive coordinator. What do you think of Vic Fangio? I mean, I think he's if not the best defensive coordinator in the league, he's one of them.
Right. No, I love Vic Fangio. I'm just saying I think that adjustment should have been made much sooner.
I agree with that. And that adjustment in the second half had a little do with the weather, too. I mean, you don't come out at halftime and then go back in for another halftime.
Yeah, that
I'm telling you.
Killed those guys. They made them leave early.
I'm just saying in general, athletes, the body's got to warm,
right.
You got to warm it up. And bottom line is you can't do it twice.
Let's talk about, I don't want to beat a dead horse. But, yesterday, obviously since Thursday, the spit, right, with Dallas, with Dak Prescott, Jalen Carter, he gets ejected. Do you think the NFL is going to impose any more fines on him?
Well, when I first saw it, I was like, wow. But when you read the lips and they actually showed, and by the way, they didn't show that
when
till
did they
later.
show that? Because Alex,
I said it. Before you walked in, Billy and I were talking about. I said it third quarter. The weather delays.
Yeah, no, that was
we
exactly
didn't hear
when they
about
showed
it. Right,
it.
Alex, we're at the game. We didn't get all we knew about Jalen Carter, but we didn't know anything about Dak Prescott.
I'm hearing something. What he said is pretty nasty.
Pretty offensive.
That had tied in with the Alabama situation.
Really?
Yes. So if he,
did you see the smirk on his face? Like he knew what buttons to push.
I'm just telling you, if he said if someone told me, read his lips,
right,
and it's tied into that Alabama accident,
right,
that's sick.
Right. So I mean, Dak Prescott, it seems to be probably a little bit smarter.
Mm-hmm.
He knew, he spit at his direction. He didn't hit him,
right?
But he knew it. He knew how to push Jalen Carter, his buttons, Carter's buttons.
Well, he did.
He pushed him. I just think that the NFL will not. I think he's already been. He was thrown out of the game. He didn't even play one snap.
It's going to be monetary.
It'll
be a monetary fine. Yes.
Because if they're going to have to if they punish him, they're going to have to punish Dak.
1,000%.
And they won't do that.
If he said what he said, 1,000%.
So it's all done and over with.
Nevertheless,
the Eagles get a victory without him, which is pretty big.
Oh, it's huge.
Because he's by far, in my estimation, the best defensive tackle in the league.
Yep. Hey, listen, when he first came out, I forget how many teams passed up on him, but
he dropped because of that.
Yeah, because of the character.
Is that what it was, Alex? Number 9?
Yep.
No, but I'm saying it was all because of character issues.
Yeah.
Because of that accident. One of the reasons.
He was going over 120 miles an hour.
Know the whole story.
But here's another.
And by the way, that's what supposedly Dak was tying him into.
Yeah, right.
The other person in the other car.
That was, he's off probation now. Jalen Carter is. Dave Clemick said us.
Correct.
That was in the past. Now all of a sudden, because of what he did, it rears its ugly head. Now people are going to bring that back up. Look what he did, because Grimesy, when people look at your resume, that's what they're going to see on the resume.
Correct. Yep. I agree.
All right. So I think we lost. Who's the tackle?
I was going to say, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. Ben Van Sumeren.
Yeah.
Blew I think it was his patella.
Yeah.
He's out for the year. And you just knew when they zoomed in on his face and you read his lips, you knew it was something bad. And then they brought the card out. So that was just a big blow.
And then the tackle, who's our guard?
Oh, Kenyon Green?
No.
Oh, because he got waived.
Oh, my God.
Dickerson?
Yeah, Landon Dickerson went out.
Yep.
With back stiffness, though, right?
Yep.
That had something to do, I think, with, as we said, the second halftime we kind of really had. Like, that was kind of just a weird thing. But
Hey, by the way, you got 3 little fans, my nephews listening. Jordy, Cash, and Theo watching you.
What
So
are
a
they-
little shout out to you. They're watching you on the big screen.
All right, by the way, so you're in a fantasy football league?
Yes.
Fantasy football's big.
Oh, it's
been
gigantic.
big for a while.
It's gigantic.
It's getting bigger.
Yep. I can only do 1 league, by the way.
Yeah, I'm only doing. How many leagues are you doing, Alex?
see, I think I overdid it this year. I'm in 4 this year.
Yeah.
I really overdid it.
I
I was
don't have the
supposed to be
time.
3, and then I got roped into another one.
Too
and then-
confusing.
Well, it's a lot because, I can concentrate on the one team, but you know what ultimately happens? And we're going to talk to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar here in a few minutes. But what happens ultimately is you go pick a team, it's hard enough to get them, and then they get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get
Listen,
scramble in the wire and everything.
I just related to having a wife. I only want 1 wife. I don't need 4 different. It's just too confusing.
Jules gonna kill you when you get
I'm
home.
teasing.
You're gonna
Love you, Jules.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Good to say hello to Will, JM, Jason. They do a great job down there, and say hello to Chet for me. Now, I'm going to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. Grimesy, we're going to be doing our Eagles pregame show again at La Scala's. How much fun did we have there last year?
It's a blast. Listen,
Rob La Scala has done a magnificent job.
Is that place not like a bar in Miami Beach with the palm
you know
trees?
What?
Yeah.
You took the word. I'm telling you, Grimesy, I said the exact same thing to Nicky Earnshaw. We went there.
Yeah.
It's got like a Miami feel to it, maybe a little Vegas feel to it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Rob does it right, man.
Plus, the food is great. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out of La Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Join the Sports Bash every Monday live at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Get your game on with the elevated bar and lounge, 12 slot machines, blackjack, roulette, and a dedicated area with 4 betting windows and 11 kiosks. The ultimate sportsbook experience. Go where fans become fanatics. The Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. And join the Sports Bash live from 2 to 6 with me, Mike Gill, every Monday.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey, more like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Hey, it's Brighton Richards with Apex East Roofing. You know, the blonde-haired girl in the original pink truck. When it comes to roofing, don't be fooled by imitators. Go with the original. The original pink truck means Apex East Roofing is on the job. Locally owned, quality guaranteed, accept no imitations. Get a price on your new roof in 30 seconds at apexeastroofing.com.
Get a price on your roof in 30 seconds at apexeastroofing.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach, Alex Berardis, producing and co-hosting today. And we're having
I'm upside down on this.
What's that?
Mark's upside down.
You're
over here.
upside
We got
down on the
problems
screen.
everywhere.
By the way, we're streaming live on my YouTube channel, the Locker Room, BillySchweim.com. The X platform at Locker Room 973. There's Grimesy. Now you're up. Now you're right side up. You can check us out there. Also, if you ever missed an episode of the show, you can go to the my podcast. We upload the podcast, and you can go back and listen to us and check us out there. All right. Now it's time for my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits while watching all the big games. Enjoy their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room my fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru.
Good morning, guys. It's just like the Eagles game all over again. It's spitting out now, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And we're in rain delay here at the Ocean City on the boardwalk, so it's just another day.
Rain delay. By the way, we did talk about that earlier. Alex and I and the whole locker room crew went to the Eagles game, and that really took the wind out of the sails, that long rain delay, Brian.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's just, the late game as it is, and then they have to go hang out, not knowing what's going on. It just makes for a long night. But, hey, listen, they came out with the W over Dallas, so, at the end of the day, you'll take whatever you can get to get that W.
Yeah, and before we get into the fantasy football part of it, last year, the theme last year, I always remember talking each week during the football season, especially with Scott Grayson, get the keys of the game brought to you by Blitz's Market. But we'd always say a win's a win. They just got by. Brian, we had our aesthetically pleasing game in the Super Bowl. I get it. But I just, this win's a win thing, I like to see, if you're, a nice win. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're really saying our aesthetically pleasing Super Bowl win?
You know what I'm saying. It's just like an ugly win. I mean, I want to win. I want to have a beautiful win.
Listen, Billy, you got to remember that the beginning of the season always starts out like this.
I know.
These guys have not played in the regular, in the preseason. They haven't seen many snaps. You see a lot of soft tissue injuries the first couple weeks because of that as well. And the first 2 to 3 weeks is always just sloppy, kind of low-scoring games, not a lot of excitement. And then these guys kind of get into the groove of it, and then you start seeing much better football, much better communication with some of these guys. So it's just the way the NFL is anymore. It's going to be that way for weeks 1 through 3. It's going to be sloppy and a little more on the boring side. But, hey, again, there's some big matchups in the league this week. You got Baltimore, Buffalo. You got the Eagles, Dallas. Kansas City gets knocked off. So even though it's sloppy, these games at the end of the season, are games you're going to look back that are going to have a profound impact on those standings for the playoffs.
Guru, it's very similar to when Billy gets off that golf cart riding the bike. Very sloppy. Doesn't know how to ride it.
Why? I don't hear anything creaking on the radio.
That's why he's got some soft tissue injuries, too.
Brian had me run around the parking lot all summer.
Yes.
Oh, well, if that's running, man, then I'll tell you what. Then Dave Clemick ran a 25.0 40.
If you think I believe these colonial football stories, you're joking. Whatever.
Bobby's going to come after you now,
Oh,
Brian.
God. Here we go. I'm going to have flat tires.
He's going to blow a horn by your ear. Hey, Brian, I got to tell you a funny story. So I'm riding my bike down the boardwalk. I run into Mark Grimes, and we're pedaling along and everything. And all of a sudden, some guy comes up out of nowhere, and he has a horn, like an air horn. And he blows it right in front, right next to Grimes' ear. Shocks the living you-know-what out of
This guy
us.
thinks he's the town mayor of the boardwalk. I'm on the phone talking to somebody, and he's going to tell me, get off the phone. Oh, my God. These people, don't even get me started, man. Hey, Guru, I don't know what you deal with up at that the rides you deal with, how you deal with these people, man. I'm up there for an hour, maybe two, riding a bike, walking. They're getting crazier by the day.
12 to 14 hours a day.
Oh, my. I don't know how you
insanity.
I don't know how you keep your
All right,
sanity.
let's get talking fantasy football, Guru. I got Saquon Barkley, man. He had a great game. He got me 19 points. But Jalen Hurts, man, 26.69 points. He had a great first game.
He did. Listen, both those guys, not huge fantasy value, but obviously, the Hurts. We discussed this after your draft, taking the Hurts and Barkley. It's a hard thing because Barkley is going to steal from Hurts, and Hurts is going to steal from Barkley because they both with the tush push and all the other stuff.
Yep.
So, but hey, you got 3 touchdowns out of those guys, and that's not a bad day. Not maybe the yardage you were looking for, but again, good fantasy value for Week 1.
All right, for Week 1 in the NFL, give us your picks for this week in the NFL.
All right. Now, let's preface here. We are not telling you the guys that are number ones at their positions that you should be starting every week. We're looking more those second-tier guys that you're making decisions on week to week. Do I start them over somebody else? So at quarterback, I like Drake May going against the Las Vegas Raiders. Trevor Lawrence against Carolina. I look for him to have a rebound season. He's got some weapons this year. Great matchup this week. And Kyler Murray going against New Orleans. Weak defense could have a big game. Now keep an eye. He did have a little kink in that this morning with an illness. I do expect him to play, and he should be fine, but some sort of illness that he's dealing with, so that could play a little bit of a factor. Running back, Jaylen Warren, now going to be the guy in Pittsburgh going against the New York Jets. Ashon Genty going against New England. I expect big things, especially since I drafted him, so he better have a great game this week.
Love it.
And I like DeAndre Swift going against Minnesota. At wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, I think, could have another strong season this year. He sort of came on at the end of the year for Cleveland. They're going to be him and Njoku are going to be guys they lean on this year. He's going against Cincinnati, and again, Cincinnati's going to score points, so they're going to have to score to keep up. I like Jaden Waddle against Indianapolis and DK Metcalf as well against the Jets. I think him and Rodgers could have a great season this year. If you're looking for a defense, I like Arizona against New Orleans. New Orleans is going to be all over the place, man. They've got these young quarterbacks, not a ton of talent on that team. So I like Arizona's defense to be able to hold them down and possibly get in the end zone defensively. So those are my picks for Week 1 of the NFL season.
And I like Jaden Waddle. I got him on my team, Guru.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. You and him have that in common.
Hey, I also, ready for this? I got lucky because obviously we had a draft before Micah Parsons was traded, but I have the Eagles defense and I have the Packers defense. So who do you like better than that? I mean, obviously the Eagles got me 13 points, but they gave up 20 points. I assume that the Packers are going to have a pretty solid defense because of that acquisition.
I think they're going to be okay because of the acquisition. But, again, one player is not going to change the entire scheme of the defense. So, Green Bay is okay. I think at the end of the season, when you look at the points for both theirs, I think they're probably going to be relatively even. The Eagles, obviously, we saw the other night, in the secondary, they've got some issues they've got to address. They cannot go on like that the whole season. Otherwise, we're going to have some trouble there. But I think at the end of the day, they're both going to be running pretty even. So you're going to really have to hone in on those matchups week to week of who they're playing against.
Guru, I got one for you. Yes, I do have Jonte as well, so I'm glad you told me that. I got Cook over Montgomery. What would you do there? Montgomery
yeah,
on
I'm
my
staying
bench.
with Cook.
Okay.
Cook's going to be the main guy. I mean, Montgomery's going to get his touches, but he's really going to be touchdown dependent. I think they're going to give the ball, a lot more to Gibbs this year. But, Montgomery's going to get his carries here and there, but it's going to be more, I think, the short yardage. He'll steal those short touchdowns from Gibbs, which is going to be an issue. And always, the last couple of years, I think he's had 13, 12, and 10 touchdowns, something like that, over the last 3 seasons. So, but, it's going to be all touchdown dependent. So I like Cook. He's going to be the guy there. And I think that game could have some points in it.
Okay, and that's versus Baltimore. And then last question, I have Waddle on my bench. You say start, so Waddle over Devontae Adams?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd have to say, yeah. I'm not sure. The Rams' offense has just got a lot of weapons. They have Adams, they have Nakua, Kyren Williams. They use the tight ends. So I do like Waddle today. I think their Indies defense is not very good.
Okay.
And, I think Hill sees a little more of the attention, leaving Waddle more open.
Beautiful. All right, thank you.
I got 2 for you. My one was, I got Chase Brown. He's kind of like my RB2. With the Cincinnati, with how slow they start, is there a chance where this could just be an absolute just nothing burger out of Chase Brown? Or are we thinking the Cincinnati offense kind of going to figure it out early on this year?
No, I think the Cincinnati offense comes out on fire this year, to be honest with you. I think the way they've played the last couple of years, missing playoffs and just really since that Super Bowl just have not been the same. I think they come out this year and light it up. I think, a lot of those guys on that team, Burrow and those guys, put up big numbers again this year.
And then my other one is I got Baker Mayfield as my starting quarterback. I actually have 2 quarterbacks on my bench. One, Bryce Young, I'm a little worried about, but not really. But the other one, J.J. McCarthy. I'm interested. Are you a believer in JJ, or are you one of those guys saying he's not going to be anything this year?
I'm on the fence. It's one of those. It's the thing. Like everyone is like, is he still a rookie? Even though it's his second year, to me, he's still a rookie. He hasn't played until you've actually been in the games and played in the NFL. You really, what these guys are going to throw at you. You can watch it all on film all you want, and sitting a year and watching it. That doesn't really help you. You got to get in there. You have to start Mayfield. Mayfield had a great season last year. You got to start him. And McCarthy, you're just going to wait and see. Bryce Young, I think, either you drop him for another quarterback that maybe comes up, or you drop him for another position player, depending on what you have to keep on your roster. But I don't think he has any fantasy value, especially with those 2 guys. I think that's kind of a wasted pick.
So, Grimes, I got the fantasy football guru. Back in the day, he's been doing this for a long, long time. He's got a great record. Tell him, Guru, he did it way before computers. He used to have to get the newspaper and do it all by hand.
No, he's old school.
We had the printing presses. We had to put all the letters in and printing presses and all that stuff. Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yeah. Everything was handwritten and typed up and then hand delivered in packets at the lunchroom every day in high school. So,
Guru, what's your? I'm just curious. What is your record? Like in Billy's league, are you like?
No, he's not in my league.
All right, but what is your? I know you're in a lot of leagues, but do you win
every year?
Every year?
Well, he's in the top 3,
no.
right, Guru?
No,
you're always in the money
year.
though.
I typically am always at least making some money. Last year was not a good year for me, but I had so many injuries. It was just, if you wanted somebody to get hurt, you just tell me, I'll pick them up that week, and they'll be carted off the field by the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
That's
but you know
the
what?
way my
That seemed to be the
season
theme
was
with
last
everybody, though, Guru. That's what it seems like every year. You have to scramble to you have to look at the waiver wire because people are getting hurt.
Yeah, well, last year, it almost drove me to not want to do fantasy football anymore. That's how bad it was. Every single week, I'm wasting money on drop ads because guys go down on the third play of the game, or Puka Nacua gets ejected for throwing a punch in the first drive of the game, and it just was brutal all season long. I couldn't wait for the fantasy regular season to be over because I was out of it by about week 10.
Guru, you've been playing so long. Have you ever lost on a stat change where you won the game and then there was a stat change on Monday and you lost the game?
Actually, yes. And that goes back to like literally grading from the press of Atlantic City years ago, where they issued a correction a couple days later. I don't know if you remember how they used to do that back in the day. They'd have a corrections page. Yeah, and that happened. Somebody lost a yard or two on a carry, and it ended up burning me. Yeah.
No, that happened to me too. It knocked me out of the playoffs. I was that close.
That was one of the things that then when you go back, and it's funny because everything used to be a whole point.
Right.
And now because of computers,
Correct.
everything's tenths of. You used to have
Yes.
ties all the time.
Yep.
Now with the whole tenth of a point for every yard and all that, it just completely has changed everything. So you don't really have ties, and everything is way more accurate these days.
All right, my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, is brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com or call them for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the Shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. Thank you, Brian Hartley.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget, get down to Charlie's Monday Night Quarterback Club. You sign up Monday night. You make it every week. You get the filet dinner. You get an open bar and party at the end of the year. You get the T-shirt. So head on down there. Monday nights is the place to be at Charlie's.
All right, Guru, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
See you guys.
There he is, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. He's old school, Alex. You heard how he had to do it. He had to do it all by hand through the newspaper. Can you imagine how much time and effort?
Well, do you remember back in the day?
I never did fantasy football.
People used to do that on the baseball stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't do that either.
Yeah, nor did I.
I still got the newspaper. I didn't go that far.
Yeah.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. All right. Just about everybody in our areas heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. And Grimesy, I should take you to one of these events.
Oh,
because there's a
absolutely.
lot of great, for business people, especially what you do,
Yep.
probably be advantageous for markgrimes.com.
I love it.
You have a few more signs hanging around Ocean City.
Just a few.
All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL, the battle for the NFC East begins as we kick off the new season in our nation's capital. It's the Washington Commanders hosting the New York Giants. Hi, this is Chris Carino. Join Brian Baldinger and me for all the Week 1 action. Football is back. It's the sensational Jaden Daniels and the Commanders taking on Russell Wilson and the Giants. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 12:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This October, Scream returns. Join actor David Arquette for Behind the Scream, a live conversation at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City on Friday, October 10th. Hear behind-the-scenes stories from the legendary Scream franchise. Ask your burning questions and get up close with the man behind the mask. Tickets are on sale now at theoceanac.com. Don't miss your chance to go behind the Scream.
Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mark Grimes, Alex Berardis. Who do you like today, Grimesy? Hey, by the way, we have the Giants and the Redskins. Commanders next right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Oh, on ESPN?
Yeah, you can listen to it on the radio.
Absolutely.
Who do you like?
In that game, you got to bet Washington. I mean, come on. You know what I mean?
Alex, you like the Giants, though, right?
I like the Giants on the points.
Well, I got neighbors in my fantasy, so I want him to have a big day, obviously. But
yeah,
who do you like? Who do you like in the Jets game, Grimesy?
Pittsburgh. I think Aaron Rodgers gonna. I think Aaron has something to prove.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's not going out.
I think you think the Jets will beat Pittsburgh.
No.
No. He's playing for what I'm saying.
No, I think Pittsburgh's going to beat the Jets.
Yeah. I like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, I think Pittsburgh's going to beat the Jets.
You think Aaron Rodgers got something in the tank?
Yes, I think he's got something.
Alex, you think he's got something in the tank?
He's running on fumes right now. But
I'm telling you, I think he's got something to prove.
He's a weird dude.
Yeah, he's on a certain kind of fumes,
but he got something.
Listen to Alex. He's a strange cat.
Yeah.
He's holistic, right?
He's holistic, yes.
Well, I
got a great arm.
You know, I went 2-0 yesterday. I got $20 I can move around a little bit. I got the Caesar Sportsbook. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's easy. It's too easy. That's
Absolutely.
What it is.
Try to get that up to 200 at the end of the year. Bobby, we didn't lend him some money, bet real money here. Let's go.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Hey, Grimesy, great show today, man. You did your homework and everything,
Come
man.
on, I appreciate it, man.
You need a couple more signs hanging around Ocean City.
That's why it's hard to keep up with this sports stuff when you got people calling every day. So
you still at the website markgrimes.com.
All of it. I got it all. Yep.
People, can you see how many people go on your website?
Yeah, we have Berkshire Hathaway and all that's all tied in together.
All tied in together.
Yep.
There are a lot of properties, Ocean Cities.
Hey, listen,
you said you sold a house in Avalon.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I sell everywhere, the whole state of New Jersey. But I will leave you this. I will say this: when I go to church, when I go to the boardwalk, they say, "Hey, heard you on Billy Schwein." It's crazy how many people listen to your guys' show.
You know what? I got to tell you, it just don't. You don't realize it, but I pulled into the Ocean First Bank the other day to make a deposit, and I said I wrote William Schwein on my deposit slip. That's my real name. It's not Billy. It's William Schwein, right?
Yeah.
So the lady's looking at me, and she says, she's doing, she's writing stuff down as a drive-in. You can't hear her.
Yes.
And all of a sudden she comes back to the mic and she goes, "Are you Billy?" And I went, "Yeah," but I said, "Well, how'd you know my name was Billy?" I said, I put William.
Yeah.
She started laughing. She goes, "You do a radio show, don't you?" And you know what I'm talking about. You probably seen her.
Oh, yeah.
She's got glasses, blonde hair lady.
You'll love this, Alex. The strangest place I was asked the next time I'm going to be on the show, was in a funeral line.
Oh, my.
And I swear on my life, I'm saying, "My condolences on your father. My condolences on your father." And one of the kids goes, hey, Grimesy, when are you going to be on Schwein's show?
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a true story.
That's crazy.
That's what I knew. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Hey, we have a lot of fun. We entertain. We have the lighter side of sports. You know what I mean? It's not just all X's and O's. Because, look, sports is the greatest reality TV show around, right?
Yep.
I mean, right, Alex? Every day you
something
get
news
people,
happening.
Yeah, people you can't. By the way, I want to send out our condolences to Ken Dryden and Davey Johnson passed away.
Yep,
Two
yep.
big sports figures, celebrities that
Yes.
a big part of our lives.
Hey, Alex, very impressed, man.
Thank you, thank
very
you.
impressed. You
Doing a great job.
Don't lose this guy. This
He
guy's
said he's the
good.
best-looking producer.
Yes.
We've ever had.
Oh,
Hey, he's a good-looking dude, man. The ladies,
Hey,
the ladies.
I had Hunter Brody. I had
right,
Danny Ryan.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Had some people, man.
Yes, you got some
Nicky
winners, brother.
Earnshaw.
Yeah.
Bunch
Got
of
some winners.
Josh Henning.
Yes.
Over the years.
All right. Sorry.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Grimesy. Really appreciate it.
I
As
love
always,
you guys.
thanks to Alex. You did an outstanding job. Thanks to Tommy Greene. We appreciate Tommy Greene. Fran Mclaughlin from the Philly Pretzel Factory in Egg Harbor Township. Thanks to the fantasy football, Brian Hartley.
Ryan Driscoll, keep your head up, brother. Love you.
All right, thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Stay tuned for the Giants and Commanders right here on 97.3 ESPN. And I will see you next weekend right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room.